Will we be cuckoo for today's snack?
Find out next on Junk Feud.
Oh, yeah! Welcome to Junk Feud, the podcast about junk food, where we rate and review mystery treats to determine which one will be the undisputed champion of snacks. I'm your host, Mike. Alongside me, as always, Alyssa.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Liz.
So, what did one lobster claw say to the other lobster claw?
Oh, I know this. It's a good one. Go ahead.
Don't get snappy.
Don't get snappy. I love that one. And that was a dad joke. A joke you tell to your dad. That one was sent in by friend of the show, Owen. Big shout out to Owen and Ruby. If you'd like to submit a dad joke for Alyssa to tell me on the show, you can send it to us via X or Threads at Junk Feud Pod or via email to junkfeudpod@gmail.com. Liz.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I went to the mall today.
You went to the mall today.
Yeah.
Man,
I got 4 sweatshirts.
4 sweatshirts?
Guys, it's sweatshirt season again.
It's
and legging season, my favorite season.
Oh, no. It's not exactly sweatshirt and legging season
Well, we're
yet.
super close.
I mean, we are like right on the cusp, right on the doorstep, because do you know why,
August
Liz?
has been super cold, though. Like low 70s.
Yeah,
pretty
August
cold
was
for August.
uncharacteristically
Cold.
temperate, I
So
would
does
say.
that mean we're going to have a fun winter again?
I don't know. We'll have to consult the Farmer's Almanac. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Do you don't know what the old Farmer's Almanac
No,
is?
actually, I'm good, thanks.
It doesn't have to do with being good or not. It's just it's a book that kind of gives you an idea of what the winter season will be like every year. And a whole bunch of other things too, but it's, usually pretty accurate as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Not a thing that you're familiar with.
No.
You know what's weird though? I was like totally excited to see you excited to talk about going to the mall. Because that's a thing that I thought was going to like die off with your generation. Malls are dying all across the country. There have been some comebacks here and there, but like there are nowhere near as many malls as there were when I was a kid. But yeah, you like going to the mall, don't you?
Because I get to spend money, moolah, money, 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 money. Must be funny.
That's really weird for you to say that you like to spend money since you don't have any.
I like to spend your money.
All right. Liz.
Yeah.
Welcome back once again to the world's yeetest podcast. Yeah, there's new stuff in there, isn't there? Because I learned all those new words in season 1.
Wait, do it again.
You want me to do the whole thing again?
Yeah, because I'm going to do the very mid. Give it a
Okay, are you ready? I'm not going to cut any of this out either. Welcome back once again to the world's yeetest podcast.
Very mid, giving them the ick, hitting them with the riz each and every week.
That's right. And hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2nd season of Junk Feud. Alyssa.
It's season 2.
It's season 2, the 2nd season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, this show works around your schedule, obviously, Alyssa.
It's sweater season.
It's not sweater season yet. You know what season it is?
School season.
That's right. It is snack to school time. We choose to start our seasons for this show at the start of your school year because it's like a natural breaking point for us.
Yes.
Which means the summer is unofficially over. Unofficially.
Yeah, for us, at least.
Did you have a good summer, Alyssa?
Oh, this is coming out on the day I go back to school. Or is there another?
Focus, please.
Sorry. Yes, I had a great summer.
Vacations are all done for the year, yes?
Yes.
Which was your favorite vacation this year?
Ooh, well, that's a good one. Probably Palm Springs in Colorado.
Yeah, that was a nice little trip that we went on.
Colorado makes my nose super dry and then it bleeds.
Oh, well, that's gross. Thanks for letting everybody know.
Remember when I was sleeping and my nose bled on the pillow?
Yeah, that was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted everyone to know about your summer and your vacations?
Yeah. How about you? What was your favorite?
Oh, man. Let's see.
You went on a lot of them.
Yeah, those weren't really vacations, though. That was like business. You know what? I enjoyed having just a couple of days by the lake in Maine. That was really nice and relaxing, you know?
Yeah, Florida was really hot, but it was still fun.
Florida was very fun, but very hot. I enjoyed just kind of hanging out here with you guys for the little bit of time that we were all here together.
Especially now that we have a pool, we get a lot of home pool days.
Yeah, the home pool days were really nice to just kind of sit by the pool, relax, have a few snacks.
There's a day we were in the pool for 7 hours.
Well, yeah, that was you. I thought you guys had turned into mermaids.
Me and Mom.
You and your mother, the twin mermaids
Your
there.
mom.
Your mom. Liz.
Yeah.
now that summer vacation season is over, obviously everybody's getting ready to settle back into sort of like a regular schedule.
Yeah.
And for us, that means it's another theme month, Alyssa. It's Snack to School.
Yep. For Snack to School this year, we're tackling one of your favorite food subjects.
Yeah, it is one of my favorite food subjects. That's right.
And specifically breakfast foods.
That's right.
Which I don't really eat breakfast sometimes, but...
Yeah, it is closely related to the school year. That's why we do it for Snack to School, breakfast foods this year, specifically one kind of breakfast food. Liz, you just said you don't eat breakfast very often, but I know that you do. What are some of your favorite before school breakfasts?
For school, we have these little like frozen breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Rice and egg.
Rice and egg for sure. That's like a thing you can make yourself, huh?
And then one time my egg didn't turn out good and it was like all runny and gross, and then I didn't make it again.
So you just stopped making it because you screwed it up one time?
Yeah.
Lesson in perseverance there, young lady.
Yeah, I'm not good at persevering sometimes.
Liz.
Yes.
Do you want to hear a story about perseverance?
No.
Well, it's related to this week's snack, so we kind of have to say it.
Then yeah.
Perseverance for me was, I think I ate the same breakfast before school every single day for like 20 years in a row, probably.
Oh my goodness.
You know what it was? It was a bowl of cereal, Liz.
Wow, that's a good segment, Switcher.
That was. It was pretty good, huh? Well, now that I'm an adult, citation needed, I don't actually eat as much cereal as I used to. I think it's kind of sad, actually, you know? I should still be eating cereal, right?
You still eat cereal?
I do. I wouldn't say a lot. I'd say like twice a month, maybe.
You just had cereal yesterday night for dinner.
Yeah, that was one time this month so far. And it was
for the amount of cereal we have, practically no one eats it.
Well, yeah, we're going to rectify that, I think, this month. I mean, well, like I said, when I was a kid, that was the before school breakfast. I had a bowl of cereal every single day. Grandma had this rule in the house where when we were kids, you were not allowed to have what she would call sugar cereal on school days. So that meant like for most of the year, I was eating Cheerios and Kix and Chex, Life cereal. Do you know Grandma's favorite cereal is Rice Chex?
Really?
Yeah, I found that out because we went to a biscuit place for breakfast together recently, and when you order your food, you have to tell them your name, and then they also ask you what your favorite cereal is, and she said Rice Chex.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah.
We would have Rice Krispies, Wheaties, Corn Flakes, stuff like that. Those were the before school, have some energy and not a lot of sugar cereals, and then of course, you know, they weren't necessarily my favorites. When I was a kid, I liked Cheerios a lot, and Kix are still good, but the other ones aren't really at the top of the list.
You know what I used to like a lot?
What's that?
The corn, like the little corn puff cereals.
Little corn puff cereals.
I forget what they're
Corn Pops? Captain Crunch?
Maybe Pops, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Corn Pops are really good.
Now I need to look it up. No, I don't. It was like a yellow box.
Yeah, Corn Pops for sure. That's in a yellow box.
I don't know if
and it's a pop of corn, like you said.
Oh, Kix, that's what I was talking about.
Kix, yeah, Kix. We're going to talk about Kix, huh?
Yeah, Kix were actually good. I didn't know that that's what you're talking about, though.
That's right. Kix are good. I agree. But Liz, it wasn't until the weekends that we were allowed to like really go wild and have the sugar cereal.
Like Fruit Loops?
Yeah, Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch,
those are so good.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Corn Pops, Golden Grams, Lucky Charms, and what else, Liz?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say, hey, that reminds me of this week's snack.
Junk Feud. Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, Cocoa Puffs. Liz, what's a Cocoa Puff? Wait, hold on. My South Jersey accent just came out there a little bit because I said Cocoa Puff.
You said Cocoa Puff?
Cocoa Puff. We're going to go home and eat some Cocoa Puffs.
So they're tiny chocolate cereal balls.
Yeah, delicious, crunchy, and munchy chocolate cereal, according to the ad copy from General Mills, the company that manufactures and sells Cocoa Puffs, Liz.
They're like chocolate Orbeez, but they're crunchy.
Crunchy chocolate Orbeez. Actually, that's an apt description because listen to this. Wikipedia says they're chocolate-covered puffed grain breakfast cereal, and Cerealously.net, that cereal review website that we like a lot, says that they're basically round chocolate Doritos because they're corn with chocolate on them. How about that?
No.
Not a good description for you, huh?
No. I like my Orbeez.
Yeah, well, basically they are little orbs of corn and rice. They're flavored with sugar and cocoa, Alyssa. Lots of sugar.
Lots of sugar.
Yeah, quite a lot of sugar. Not quite as much as in the past, actually. We'll get into that later. Liz, do you know anything about the history of Cocoa Puffs?
No.
Well, I mean, the big appeal... Thanks. Great segue.
When we have to talk about saying the big appeal, we should say the big banana peel.
The big banana appeal.
Yes.
That's what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say it.
The big banana appeal. Look, the dad joke is done already. We already did it.
Okay, we'll keep saying
The
it.
big banana appeal. Sorry. Look what you've done. The big banana appeal here, Alyssa. Just like with most other kids' cereals. I can't get through this. Listen, we talked about Reese's Puffs, right? We did the Reese's Puff cereal episode. We said Reese's Puffs were like eating candy for breakfast.
Yes.
Well, Alyssa, Cocoa Puffs are like just eating chocolate for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a thing that a lot of people do unless you're having
I
like
just have Nutella waffles every morning.
Well, yeah, Nutella waffles is a good excuse to have chocolate for breakfast. A pain au chocolat, chocolate croissant.
Choco bananan.
Choco bananan. No, we're done with the choco bananan. I found a choco bananan in the couch cushions up here in the studio just now. I had to throw it out the window.
Yup.
Liz, Cocoa Puffs, the first cereal to use real chocolate, also allegedly, I found out.
Really?
Yeah, like we said earlier, these are a product of General Mills, which, as the name would indicate to you, they were a grain milling company. They milled flour, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. During the Great Depression, when business turned down for, everybody for every reason, they decided to try to diversify their product line. They started introducing breakfast cereals, and they were the first breakfast cereals, as far as we can tell, to be designed by a dedicated cereal research team. So That's pretty interesting. Yeah, they originally were making flaked cereals, Wheaties, I think, and then there was an orb-shaped corn cereal that they started making called Kix, which is what you were just talking about.
Yep.
That's right. So Kix was a little slightly sweetened orb of corn, and then they sort of fleshed out that product line and added 2 different cereals to make sort of this holy trinity of orb-shaped corn cereals that were under the General Mills umbrella. So you had Kix, which was kind of, think of it as like plain, and then you had Trix, which were fruit-flavored, and then for some reason they did not go with the same naming convention. And then there was Cocoa Puffs, Alyssa, which were chocolate flavored. So all 3 of these.
Coa Kix.
Coa Kix?
Coix. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Probably Cocoa Puffs was the best choice there.
Or they could have just gone with X like Twitter is now.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to totally work out for everyone. Liz, Kix, Trix, Cocoa Puffs, 3 cereals, all the same, just different flavors.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, this was actually kind of interesting. General Mills had a strategy. They executed it to perfection. It was very impressive. And all of this was because they had invented this thing, Alyssa, that was called a puffing gun.
Wow.
Do you know what a puffing gun is?
No, but I'm assuming it is, it just makes the puffballs.
Yeah, it does. That's right. It was an industrial piece of machinery that allowed them to make puffed corn cereal bits, and then they would just flavor and color them differently, and there you go. Boom, they had 3 new products. And this was the brainchild, Alyssa, of a guy named Thomas James. He was an engineer in their mechanical experimental department. That sounds fun. Yeah, he was a genius. The puffing gun is fascinating, honestly. There was even a museum exhibit about it in New York just a few years ago.
The ice cream museum.
That's right. Like the ice cream museum. That's right.
That was so fun.
That was really
fun. Slide from the top to the bottom.
Alyssa, that was the tallest slide in New York, they told us.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I don't think there was much
And you wrote on a magnetic wall.
Now I have to edit that out. Thank you. I'm glad that was a moment that is imprinted on you.
That's my favorite memory from New York ever.
Liz, if you would have gone to New York to see the puffing gun in the museum, you would have been able to see it in action. Now you'll just have to see videos of it. But really, it is quite amazing. Pressure builds up and it shoots these corn bits through a screen, and then they all just like puff into a giant stream of cereal. It's really, really fascinating. Anyway, Alyssa, this was 1958 when Cocoa Puffs made their debut. Liz, what else was going on in 1958?
Well, Dad, in 1958, the peace symbol was designed.
That's right. Peace and love, world peace, etc.
Yes. The bridge on River Kwai won the Oscar for the Best Picture,
That's
yada
right.
yada.
Shout out to Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Brazil won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know anyone from Brazil that's famous?
On the 1958
Is it like
World
Mbappe
Cup team?
or something?
No. Yeah, well, he's French. French.
So France.
Yeah, so not Brazil, different
Okay.
country.
It's close.
Not really.
The first integrated circuit was designed at Texas Instruments.
Yes, the progenitor of the microchip.
The first credit card was offered.
Bank Americard.
Ice-T was born. Who's that?
Ice-T. The rapper and actor, Ice-T.
Okay. And Throne Power died.
Tyrone Power.
Throne Power.
Tyrone Power. Throne Power.
Throne Power.
Was he the king?
Okay.
Alyssa,
Yes.
have you ever heard this saying, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Nope, just you.
Yeah. What? You mean just right now?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a popular saying, Alyssa, or at least it was. Mostly today, it means someone that is irrational, nuts, silly, crazy, whatever way you want to describe it. Here's the etymology of this, as far as we can tell, Alyssa. Do you know what a cuckoo bird is?
A crazy bird.
Well, I mean, that's what we would...
Cuckoo.
Yeah,
Cuckoo
exactly. That's right. So a cuckoo bird is a real bird, by the way, and they exhibit two different characteristics that humans perceive to be odd. So the first is just what you were talking about now. It has this very monotonous call that it repeats over and over. Can you do it?
Cuckoo.
No. You sound like Job trying to make a chicken sound. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Like a cuckoo clock.
Yeah, you've seen a cuckoo clock, right? The
The
bird
bird like bah, bah.
The bird comes out and makes a noise, the same noise over and over again. You get it?
Yeah.
Right. So people think that a bird that only makes that one sound would be odd or dumb. Also, female cuckoo birds, when they lay their eggs, obviously, because they're birds, they do this in kind of a strange way. They lay their eggs in other birds' nests, and then the other birds raise their baby birds for them. Right. So again, people think that's kind of odd. So, someone who is cuckoo is like a cuckoo bird, which means they do odd or silly or dumb or crazy things. And cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, now, the saying means that someone is crazy. But Liz, it was literally the catchphrase for the mascot of Cocoa Puffs, who means it very sincerely when he says, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Wow.
Do you know who that mascot is, Alyssa?
The cuckoo bird?
Yes, Sonny the Cuckoo.
Sonny the Cuckoo.
Sonny the Bird. He is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, both in the figurative and literal sense. Figuratively, obviously, because he's a little bit weird, but also literally, Alyssa, because Cocoa Puffs breakfast cereal makes him go absolutely bananas.
Choco bananan.
Yeah, he makes him go cocoa bananan. That's his whole gimmick. List. Sonny was introduced in a series of commercials in the early 1960s. He's got a pretty good pedigree behind him, too. Sonny the Bird. And the slogan, the words, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, were designed by an ad man. His name was Gene Cleaves. And he was kind of interesting, too. Cleaves played hockey at Princeton. He was a United States Marine. He was a champion golfer. And after he had designed this campaign around Sonny the Cuckoo Bird and the slogan, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, he got famous animator Bill Tolis to draw Sonny. Listen, Junk Feud listeners should know Bill Tolis, who's a New Jersey native, because he was also responsible for the monster cereal mascots like Frankenberry and Count Chocula.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's also some evidence, and this part is really fascinating, that some of the earliest Sonny the Bird commercials were animated by a guy whose name was Grim Natwick. Have you ever heard of Grim Natwick?
No.
Yeah, Myron Grim Natwick was an animator. He was most famous for creating Betty Boop.
Boop, boop, be-doop.
Yeah,
And
that's
don't you
right.
kind of miss that little bit of bliss when a hug or a kiss I give ya.
Wow, I didn't know you know the
Oh,
words.
tell me, baby, ain't ya? Boop, boop, be-doop.
Wonderful list. Do you know that's your mom's favorite cartoon character? Your mom?
I thought your mom liked, what's the girl? Belle.
Yeah, but Belle's no Betty Boop. Remember when I was talking about, like, you have to be careful about telling people that you like something because they'll only start buying you gifts like that? Like, I had to be careful about telling people that I liked Star Wars because then I only got Star Wars gifts for birthdays and holidays.
And now you have, Star Wars shoes.
I do. I'm wearing Star Wars shoes right now. Han Solo and Chewbacca. Liz,
Chewie.
your mom liked Betty Boop, and then all of a sudden people started buying her Betty Boop stuff, and we had like Betty Boop alarm clocks and Betty Boop hand towels. And
Like Betty Boop is, or is that Tweety Bird on our tree?
we do have a Tweety Bird topper for our Christmas tree. Tweety Bird puts the star on our tree each year, but we also do have a bunch of Betty Boop ornaments.
Yeah,
And that's
we do.
because your mom likes Betty Boop.
Yeah, but she likes Belle more.
Well, we'll have to ask her after the show. Liz, Grim Natwick, also the animator for Snow White, Mickey Mouse in Fantasia when he did the Sorcerer's Apprentice bit. And then also Popeye and like a whole bunch of other characters over this like very long and illustrious career that he had.
Friend of the show, Adelia, hates Snow White.
Hates Snow White.
Or maybe that was someone else, but somebody called her lifeless.
Lifeless? Who would call Snow White lifeless?
Adelia,
probably. Yeah, that's right. Liz, continuing the pedigree for Sonny the Bird, he was voiced by an actor named Chuck McCann for most of the run. Have you ever heard of Chuck McCann before?
Sure.
No, he's a little bit before your time. He was a local New York TV guy. He would guest star on kids shows like Captain Kangaroo and other types of programming, and then he went on to act in TV and movies, but really he found his calling as a voice actor. He was on shows like DuckTales and Garfield.
I got a Garfield sticker in my phone case.
You have a Garfield sticker in your phone case?
Yeah, it came with my new phone case.
That's a weird thing to come with a new phone case in 2023.
They send you like little stickers with it.
Liz, you want to hear something funny about Garfield and stickers?
What?
I still have my sticker book from when I was a child, like a little kid, and it is a Garfield sticker book, and it has a bunch of Garfield stickers in it.
Wow.
I also have holographic He-Man stickers. I have puffy Spider-Man stickers. I got some Garbage Pail Kids in there.
And for the next one, I have Powerpuff Girl stickers.
You have Powerpuff Girl stickers?
Yep.
Well, that's interesting because Chuck McCann also did a voice on Powerpuff Girls. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah, he passed away pretty recently, RIP to a real one. And the current voice actor for Sonny in the Cocoa Puffs commercial is a guy who's named Larry Kenney. Do you know who he was the original voice of?
The Lion-O in Thundercats.
Yeah, that's right. He was the original voice of Lion-O in Thundercats from 1985. Do you know what Lion-O says in Thundercats?
What does he say?
List. Lion-O says something like, thunder, 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 Thundercats, ho, like that.
Ho.
Yeah. Well, you sound like Hacksaw Jim Duggan when you say it. Liz, when I was a kid, I had... I have a very funny story about this that we'll share on another show, but I had the Thundercats toy sword. It was called the Sword of the Omens. And I think I also had a Thundercats power wheel. No, not a power wheel, a big wheel. Yeah. Thundercats pedal-powered big wheel. And I would like run around my backyard screaming that pretty much all day long. Have you ever watched an episode of Thundercats?
No.
I
don't even know what it is.
It was
the Thundermen?
Was it like the Thundermans? I mean, kind of in that they're cats and not men. It is, listen, it was a cartoon from the 1980s that was just absolutely amazing. Like the height of Saturday morning cartoons, for sure. And
I've seen something like it. They look like Power Rangers.
They look nothing like Power Rangers.
They remind me of them, like how they pose.
Oh, you mean like an assortment of superheroes all standing in a row?
Yeah.
Sure. That would make sense. Liz, if you were watching Thundercats on a Saturday morning, watching Saturday morning cartoons, you were likely to see a Cocoa Puffs commercial with Sonny the Cuckoo running around shouting, "I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs." And it was mostly because the premise for these commercials was fairly simple. So in the earliest incarnations, there were actually 2 Alyssa Cuckoo birds.
Really?
Yeah, Sonny was the younger one, and he was there with his grandfather, who was just named Gramps. And Sonny didn't actually even have a name. Gramps would just call him, like Sonny. Hey, Sonny, that.
Look at the...
I see the Thundercats and the Power Rangers all standing in their superhero poses there.
Yes.
Oh, Liz, so back to the commercials, Sonny would usually be trying to do something like normal and relatively benign so that he wouldn't think about Cocoa Puff cereal because he knew that it would make him crazy, but then invariably there would be some inciting incident. In one that I watched recently, Sonny was in an elevator and the words chocolatey and crunchy got into the elevator with him, which was weird. And then he would just start spiraling and he would go completely bonkers and bounce all around screaming, "I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs." It's kind of cute though,
It seems terrifying.
I mean, it's not terribly original, sure, but it's cute. Terrifying, you say?
That's
a giant anthropomorphic bird yelling that he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Yeah, I guess that is kind of weird.
Imagine walking into an elevator and you see this giant... Is it yellow? It's yellow, right?
Oh, his beak is yellow, yeah.
What color is he?
He's kind of like an orangey brown.
And then imagine that Lorax-looking thing.
He's not a
jumping
Lorax,
around,
he's a bird.
Freaking out like, "I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs! I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs!" And starts spinning around and jumping off the ceiling. Like, that's terribly terrifying.
I guess that would be pretty weird, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, the commercials lists were, like I said, pretty simple, and they would all follow a formula. And in fact, it's like a trope in breakfast cereal commercials, not just for Cuckoo Puffs, but for others. They would hit like certain beats in a certain order. And pop culture commentator Chuck Klosterman, have you ever heard of Chuck Klosterman?
Nope.
Well, he's kind of an interesting guy. He's written some pretty well-selling books. He compiled a book of his essays that he had written. He called it his Low Culture Manifesto. And inside there was a diatribe on like the history of breakfast cereals and their appeal to children. This was his best-selling book. A lot of people have a lot of strong opinions about it, but I think he makes a pretty salient point about these breakfast cereal commercials, which is they're promoting what Klosterman calls, ready for this, Liz?
Yes.
Exclusionary desirability. Do you know what that is?
Like you want it so bad, like you need it.
I mean, yeah, kinda. So in short, he thinks that these cereal commercials were secretly teaching kids how to be cool through exclusionary desirability. The premise of all the cereal commercials, from, Sunny and Cocoa Puffs to Lucky and Lucky Charms to the Trix Rabbit and, Trix, is that they all want all of their respective cereals, but they can't have them for any number of mostly trivial reasons. And in Sunny's case, it's self-imposed because he knows that Cocoa Puffs make him crazy. So he's trying to avoid them out of this sense of self-loathing, like he doesn't want to be nuts, but he knows that he is. And that's kind of the rub. So all these guys, all these mascots, they want a thing they can't have, and it makes them crazy in a way. So kids are taught that if there's something you want, but you can't have it, then that should make you want it all the more. And if you're somebody who controls something that other people want, that makes you cool.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird pop psychology way to look at something like that, right?
Yeah.
Liz, quite frankly, I would say there is a reason that children, for example, or fictional cartoon character mascots would want a cereal like Cocoa Puffs. Do you know what that reason is?
Because it's loaded with sugar.
Yeah, absolutely loaded with sugar. Or at least it was anyway, Liz. In the 1980s, for a number of reasons that mostly had to do with advertising revenues and Ronald Reagan era deregulation, cereal companies were increasing the amount of sugar that they were putting in their offerings. And they were bombarding children with advertising about it, mostly during children's programming on television, which in a lot of cases was actually just more advertising disguised as content. And Liz, for what it's worth, it did work.
Wow.
Yeah, kids would buy sugary cereals, or their parents would buy them sugary cereals, and they would eat them up by the bowl full and then the box full. It was so bad, Alyssa, that some of these cereals were just out in your face about it. There was one called Sugar Crisp, so they didn't even hide that it was just mostly sugar. It had a mascot called Sugar Bear, and another one called Sugar Smacks, and both of these were like exactly the same cereal. But then, Liz, something happened. What do you think that was?
That people didn't like that there was so much sugar.
I mean, kind of, yeah. People's preferences changed, and they started to realize that maybe a lot of sugar was not that good for you. And so the cereal companies started changing to keep up with these changing consumer tastes. So Sugar Crisp became Super Golden Crisp, and then Sugar Smacks became Honey Smacks. And Alyssa, in 2009, General Mills announced that they were decreasing the amount of sugar in 10 of their cereals, including Cocoa Puffs, which lost the most sugar, a cut of more than 25% of its added sugars.
That's how much my new sweatshirt was on sale for.
Oh my gosh.
It was 25% off.
Congratulations to you on finding a bargain, Alyssa.
Yep.
I mean, the takeaway from this is that the cereals that you eat today do not taste exactly like the cereals that we all had when we were kids. Not you, you're still a kid. But the ones that I grew up with. I'm proud to say, Alyssa, that I don't think I've changed as much as some of these cereals.
I'm 39 days away from being a teenager.
Sorry, I just need a moment. If you want to talk about something that is terrifying, in fact, on the sliding scale of abject horror, you've got...
My birthday's on a Friday.
6-foot-tall anthropomorphic bird in an elevator screaming for sugar cereal, and then you becoming a teenager right next to each other.
Yep.
Anyway, Lissa, that era, the 1980s, when sugar cereals dominated Saturday morning cartoon commercials and were absolutely loaded with all the stuff that made them taste amazing but rot your teeth and your brain, that was my favorite time for snacks, possibly ever, I think.
Me too, Dad.
Well,
me too.
Oh, it was yours too?
Yeah.
Yeah? How's that time machine working? You got it moving again?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Where are you going to go next?
Wait, what's the date today?
We can't say that because this will date the show, but go ahead. It's a Thursday at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah, that's when our show drops, by the way.
It worked. It worked. I'm in the future.
Great Scott. Liz, do you want to know what my favorite part of this show is?
I read the ingredients.
Alyssa reads the ingredients. Are you ready to tell us what's in Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puff, Cocoa Puff. Okay, so there's whole grain corn, sugar, cornmeal, corn syrup, cocoa processed with alkali, canola oil, fructose, salt, caramel color, refiner's syrup, baking soda, and natural flavor.
Okay. Few interesting things in here. First ingredient, corn, obviously. Second ingredient, sugar. Third ingredient, more corn. Fourth ingredient, corn that is sugar, so both corn and sugar. And then cocoa, actual natural cocoa, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Oil, of course. Fructose, which is more sugar. Then salt. Caramel color, which doesn't do anything. Refiner's syrup, which is more sugar. And then some baking soda. Natural flavor is probably a little bit of vanilla. Liz?
Yes.
This is just corn and sugar.
Practically.
Corn and sugar, a
okay.
little bit of cocoa. We're going to try it out, see how it tastes. Let's get to the rules of the game, Alyssa.
Junk Feud is a culinary clash to see which treat will be crowned the undisputed champion of snacks. It's a king of the mountain style battle in which the reigning champ takes on a new challenger each week to see which snack reigns supreme.
And Alyssa, the reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks is, I can't believe it,
sunflower seeds.
Still sunflower seeds, transitioning from season 1 to season 2. Absolutely unbelievable. The king of the Big Rock Candy Mountain in season 1, Alyssa, the salted juggernaut, continues its wave of terror across 2 different seasons of Junk Feud. Alyssa, can anyone stop the path of destruction?
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Well, we're going to see.
I can.
We're going to see if the combined power of both of us and Sunny the cuckoo bird can top sunflower seeds, because today we're trying Cocoa Puffs. We're going to try them dry, and then we're going to try them with milk, obviously. An interesting note about this, I read a lot of commentary on the internet that people think that Cocoa Puffs might be the best cereal to eat dry. How about that? Do you eat a lot of dry cereal?
No.
No, me neither. I never really ate dry cereal when I was a kid.
You know what's really good dry cereal?
What's that?
Fruit Loops.
You really like Fruit Loops, don't you?
Well, Fruit Loops dry is like so good. I don't know. I feel like I could just eat it out of the box.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what you do when you have dry cereal, right?
Yes.
I imagine there are some people that will like pour themselves a bowl of cereal and then not put milk in it and just eat it with a spoon. That seems a bit excessive to me.
Yeah.
Liz.
What?
What's that?
Oh my goodness. I smell an additional challenger.
You smell an additional challenger. Does it smell like cocoa?
Yeah.
Well, because it's Cocoa Puffs Minis. Minis list. That's right. We tried Cinnamon Toast Crunch Minis, not on the show, just in, our own private lives, and we thought they were pretty good. It was an interesting change of pace.
And let's get to crunch time, because I'm hungry.
Okay. It's crunch time, Alyssa.
Crunch time.
We rate our snacks using a tier list from sprinkles to fun dip. So snacks can be graded A, B, C, D, or F, with the very best treats earning the elusive S tier ranking. The following contest is scheduled for 1 serving. And it's for the undisputed championship of junk food. Liz.
Yes.
I have in my possession a family-sized box of Cocoa Puffs. What do you think about the box, Liz?
It is fantabulous.
Yeah, it's a pretty good box. I mean, there's a lot going on here. I'll just say that out front. The Cocoa Puffs logo is nice. It's got some big puffy, like kid-style handwriting letters there, almost a Comic Sans, but a little bit thicker, outlined in pink and then further outlined in blue against a brown background. You've got Sunny the cuckoo bird with a straw.
He's drinking the chocolate milk.
He's drinking the chocolate milk out of a big blue bowl of Cocoa Puffs. Liz, Cocoa Puffs has always touted that it turns milk chocolatey, hasn't it?
It does. It's so good.
It does make chocolate milk, and it's legitimately like the same way that you would make chocolate milk, because it's just cocoa powder and sugar that are being put essentially into the cereal bowl and into the milk from the cereal. So for those that would use like a dry cocoa mix to make chocolate milk, like a Nesquik or something.
This is a map.
It's a maze, dear.
That's the same thing.
They're different.
Oh.
Yeah. Liz is looking at the back of the box. One of the, of course, highlights of having breakfast cereal is playing the fun games on the back of the box. And in this one, Sunny is surfing a wave of chocolatey milk that's studded with Cocoa Puffs, and it's a giant wave. It's about to crash down on the beach. And on the beach, Alyssa, what do you see?
I see the wolf guy and the Trix bunny.
Yeah, the wolf
The Cookie
from
Crunch
Cookie
guy.
Crisp and the Trix rabbit about to be absolutely demolished.
Alrighty, Alyssa ASMR.
Oh, gosh. So let's pop open this box of Cocoa Puffs. Again, you have destroyed the packaging.
Now click.
This is a big bag inside. I've got a couple of bowls here for us.
Oh.
You have torn the bag just directly down the middle.
I was trying to get this part here.
Well, now we can't use this box anymore, so I hope you enjoyed this box.
It's okay. Well, how do we pour it here?
Yeah, well, you can't like that. Oh, come on. You're killing me. All right, a small bowl of Cocoa Puffs for me to try dry. Now, looking at them, they are just little chocolatey orbs.
Not
Hey,
even at all.
it's not even remotely close to even. You've got like twice as many Cocoa Puffs. This is enough for me. Thank you. So, you just tried one dry and crunched right into the microphone. Another one. Stop! Oh my gosh, focus. Okay, here's something interesting about Cocoa Puffs. I think they smell really good. I want to get the scent right out of the box here.
Almost so good.
All right, so all I'm getting out of the box is the corn and the cardboard. So that's not really a great example of that, but like if you just take a few here.
You have to put your nose right up to it though.
Yeah. If you just take a few here and you rough them up, you can smell that they are very cocoa-y. And they're sort of that nice milk chocolate that has a little bit of a vanilla essence to it. And the reason I bring this up is because your mom and I used to work at a restaurant together when we were kids. And this was, I don't know, what was this, the late 1990s? Alyssa, the waitresses at this restaurant would wear a specific kind of body spray from Victoria's Secret, and it was called Vanilla Lace. Vanilla Lace from Victoria's Secret smells like Cocoa Puffs to me. So every time I smell Cocoa Puffs now, I think of your mom and I working at that restaurant, which is really funny. So you've been eating these already. I'm just going to take a few dry here.
These are super good dry.
Wow, they really are. It's been a while since I've had Cocoa Puffs. Not like years or anything. Probably a few months, as we have them here in the house every once in a while. But I usually don't eat them dry because I'm never just snacking on cereal. I'm either just eating a bowl or not eating it at all. But yeah, like you said, these are good dry. I mean, it wouldn't be preposterous just to take a small bowl of these and wander around crunching on them every now and then. They're pretty good. There is a chocolatey taste, obviously. The sugar is very forward. These are very sweet. Even though they have less sugar than they did before, they're still very sweet. The chocolate's not overwhelming. It's not like a dark chocolate. One of the pitfalls that you get when you try like a store brand chocolatey cereal, or like especially from a healthy store like a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods or something that makes their own in-house brand, they really go, I think, too far in the direction of sort of deep, dark chocolate. This is very well balanced and very sweet. It's like eating a crunchy piece of hot cocoa almost.
Get the milk.
I will say the essence of corn is prevalent underneath. Like, you know that this is a corn-based cereal.
I made a flower.
That's very nice. You did a good job. Liz, I brought up some milk in this thermos here so that it would stay cool. Let's hit it with some milk and see how it tastes in honor of Gabe from Cereal Time.
You should probably pour mine.
Yeah.
That's not enough. That's not enough. That's not enough.
You can have as much as you like.
Mm.
I'm just going to say already these are better than I thought, Liz. Better than I thought they would be. Now, there is some danger here that the milk is going to do two things to the cereal. First, it's going to make it soggy, which is dangerous for our enjoyment.
I sometimes like.
Second is it could potentially dull or mute the flavor of the chocolate, because some of it that's on the exterior, that's like powdered and coating it, is going to wash off and make that milk chocolatey. So let's try it with some milk here. Wow, I think that's even better, Liz. The milk is cool and creamy. It combines with the chocolate to make it an even more creamy, milky chocolate, obviously. So you get that little hit of chocolate milk that's underneath the cereal. The cereal is still very sweet, very cocoa-y, and a little bit corny. Man, that's a good bite. You are done. You have eaten all of your Cocoa Puffs.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, you have one left on the spoon. My apologies there.
Oh, the thing.
And you drank the milk.
A crumb got stuck in my throat.
Liz, what do you think?
Can I have more?
Well, we got to try the minis next. Liz, what do you think about the chocolatey milk that's left after the cereal?
It's not really chocolatey, but there's enough that you can like get a little hint of it.
Yeah, it's very sweet. It's a very sugary milk.
Yes.
And there's just that, yes, this was a small bowl that we didn't let sit for a very long time, but yeah, it's a nice little hit of chocolate. So Liz, let's try the minis. So I've got the minis here. It's the same Sunny Bird on the front drinking the straw that's in the bowl of minis. This is Cocoa Puffs minis. Again, a family-sized box. Hang on a sec. Wow, this is fascinating. Liz, I'm comparing the ingredients list. On the left on Cocoa Puffs, it's pretty much exactly what we said, except on this specific box, there are some differences printed than what was on the General Mills website. So let me read from the box. Whole grain corn sugar, rice flour, corn syrup, cocoa processed with alkali, canola and or sunflower oil. That's different. Salt, color, which could be caramel color or annatto extract, baking soda, and natural flavor. On the minis box, Liz, check this out. All of those same ingredients, except at the very end, rosemary extract. Liz, why is there rosemary extract in Cocoa Puffs minis?
Oh, no.
I mean, I like rosemary.
I like to put it in my hair.
You like to put rosemary in your hair?
Rosemary oil.
Rosemary oil, fascinating. I had this not too long ago. I had a gin and tonic, a cocktail, and there was a rosemary sprig that was put into the cocktail.
Was it good?
It was good, but it was really good because the rosemary sprig was burnt with a blowtorch before they gave it to me to kind of make like a little bit of a smoky kind of thing.
So you got an extroverted drink.
An extroverted drink? How's that extroverted?
Because it's on fire?
Well, do you think that extroverted means on fire?
No.
No?
But it's like a crazy fun drink.
Oh, like it was outgoing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I would have described that as extroverted, but that's because I didn't know that that's the way that you use that word. So here's the Cocoa Puffs minis.
They're so cute.
They are adorable, aren't they? Let's have your bowl.
Fill it up.
Fill it up, kid. You'll notice that I did open the bag in the appropriate manner so that it's actually usable.
Keep going. That's good. Thank you.
You've got a whopping bowl of Cocoa Puffs minis here. Yeah, these are tiny. Liz, how would you say, size-wise, that they compare to the regular Cocoa Puffs? Take a look.
They are chokeable.
Yeah, you definitely could choke on these. I mean, you could choke on both, but you probably will choke on the Cocoa Puffs minis. They're what? About half the size? A third of the size, maybe?
Yeah, you could probably fit 3 in that thing.
Yeah. So they are tiny little pellets. I want to see if that rosemary extract makes a difference in the flavor. What do you think? I'm going to try some dry here.
I feel like it makes them chocolatier.
I was just going to say the same thing. These taste chocolatier. And Liz, I think they taste chocolatier because there's more surface area on these. So you're getting less corn volume from the middle and more chocolate coating on the outside. Wow, interesting. I have some more milk here for you. These are quite good dry also. I don't know if they're as good as the regular Cocoa Puffs. So first bite, what do you think?
I didn't have it yet.
Oh, you took a dry bite there.
Okay. Super good.
Wow, these are good. They're more fun to eat because the smaller puffs move around in your mouth a little bit more in sort of a weirder way, and it's a more visceral, physical experience. I would say tactile, but it's not with your hands. I don't know. The word is escaping me right now, but that's kind of what I'm getting after. Liz, I think the chocolate flavor is more pronounced. I don't know if the rosemary extract is doing anything. It's got to be in there for some reason, but it's still really good. Okay, here we go. I'm looking at a nutrition and fitness website that says rosemary extract is added to preserve freshness. To preserve freshness. Huh, it's kind of strange. Yeah, used as a preservative. The same thing that was in that Kit Kat cereal that we had and did not like as much. But you really like the Cocoa Puffs minis, huh?
So this milk is chocolatier.
And the milk is more chocolatey as well. Wow.
I know my answer.
You know your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then in that case, I suppose, Alyssa, we should hit the bliss point.
Yeah.
What do you think about Cocoa Puffs and Cocoa Puffs minis?
A+.
A+. Wow. For both of them?
The minis A+, regular A flat.
A flat for Cocoa Puffs, A+ for Cocoa Puffs minis. Liz, I was not expecting this, but I think I'm going to agree with you. A flat on Cocoa Puffs, A+ on Cocoa Puffs minis. I definitely didn't expect to like the minis more, and I didn't expect to like Cocoa Puffs overall as much as I did.
Me either.
I was remembering like just a very corny, vaguely chocolatey flavor. And
they were good.
they were really good. I mean, the nothing was overpowering. Everything was balanced. The texture was perfect. The chocolatey milk at the end was like a bonus.
So good. I know my answer.
Very good. So what do you think, Liz? Does Cocoa Puffs, and in this case, Cocoa Puffs Minis, have what it takes to pin the champ this week?
Okay, don't freak out, okay? Do not freak out.
I won't freak out.
But I say they do.
Wow.
Don't
So you
freak
think,
out.
oh, well, all right, I'm not going to freak out. I'll be subdued. You think, Alyssa, that Cocoa Puffs Minis are a better snack than Sunflower Seeds, the reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks?
Yeah.
Alyssa, it's a season 2 surprise. Cocoa Puffs Minis, your winner and new reigning defending undisputed champion of snacks. Wow. What a blowout here. I mean, Sunflower Seeds got caught with his back turned, I think. This was a surprise to me. A shock, really. I was not expecting this. That was fantastic.
That was super good.
Yeah, that was super good. What a pleasant surprise. Boy, Clark, that is just a nice surprise. Liz, here's another surprise. We don't have an Oreo rule this week. I mean,
To be determined.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to try to see if we can find some of those Oreo muffins. And we're like we said last week, we're going to skip over pumpkin spice Oreos. Liz, I still can't get over the fact that Cocoa Puffs Minis like came from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The Cinderella story from out of nowhere. That's really, really fantastic. Hey, you know what else is fantastic, Alyssa?
What?
A question that we ask each and every week, a very important question. Can you deep fry this week's snack? Will it deep fry?
Well,
so here's the thing. No, obviously, Cocoa Puffs, nobody's deep frying just straight up Cocoa Puffs. I checked around, not really. But Liz, I think for Snack to School for Cereal Month, we have to ask another question. Will it bar, Alyssa?
yes.
Yeah, it will bar. And in a shout out to our friends at OSW Review, what bar? A Cocoa Puffs bar, Liz. Rice Krispies Treats bars is what I'm referring to here. They really changed the game. And now there are bar variations for just about every cereal that you can imagine, including today's treat, obviously. You know how to make cereal bar treats, right?
No.
What? No. You melt butter and marshmallows, you mix in the cereal, you press it into a square, you cut it into bars. That's kind of it. But yeah, like the different flavors of cereals elevate the basic bars that much more. Rice Krispies are sort of like the baseline, and then you experiment from there. Cocoa Puffs, no different, obviously. I think that's a pretty good flavor profile. Cocoa Puffs with butter and marshmallows mixed together.
Pretty good.
Here's an interesting thing that I was just thinking of. I think these minis would make a better bar than the big Cocoa Puffs. What do you think?
Probably, actually.
You think we should try that out?
We should. But after my Korean corn dogs are made.
Yeah, after you make this thing that's going to absolutely destroy our kitchen.
Yeah.
Liz.
What?
It's time, and appropriately so since it's Cereal Month, to check out the Back of the Box, a weekly segment where we play a little game. Would you like to play a game? Come on. Let me say the thing. Alyssa.
Yes.
This week's segment is your favorite, Around the World in 80 Bites.
Around the world in 80 bites.
On Around the World in 80 Bites, we try snacks from across the globe. Liz.
Yes.
What do we have today?
So, friend of the show, Dean, went to Canada and brought us some Canadian treats.
Shout out to Dean.
Oh, wait, actually, no, these ones are Alaskan.
These are Alaskan?
Yeah, wait, we should redo that.
Are you sure? Wait a minute. No, hold on.
He said Alaska.
This is definitely Canadian. It has the Canadian maple leaf on it. It's distributed by a company in British Columbia. So that's Canadian. And these are also Canadian. Okay, so we're right. British Columbian candies. Whew. Crisis averted.
So.
Les, what do you know about Canada?
I was about to say, Liz, what do you know about Canada?
Les, what do you know about Canada?
They have wildfires right now.
Yeah, that's true. All this summer, there were Canadian wildfires that were making it very smoky down here, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is not the right thing to say, and it's not good for us, and it's been very devastating, but it did smell kind of nice.
No, it didn't.
It smelled like a sauna.
It smelled terrible.
You didn't like it?
No, my asthma was terrible.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's not really a positive outcome, but I thought it was, kind of okay. Liz.
What?
What kind of snacks do you think they eat in Canada?
Maple syrup in bags and milk in bags.
Milk in bags, that's true, 100%. Maple syrup, yeah. I play this video game, Alyssa, that takes place in Canada. It's called The Long Dark. It's perhaps my favorite video game, maybe of all time. Kind of a niche thing. It's like a first-person survival simulator, a walking simulator, if you want to be pedantic about it. Anyway, in the early parts of the game, there is still some food that you can find that's been left behind. Because it's in Canada, there are Canadian treats. So there's like maple syrup, obviously, and Liz, ketchup chips.
Ketchup chips are Canadian?
Ketchup chips, Canadian delicacy. That's right. You know what else is a Canadian delicacy?
These snacks.
Yeah, whatever this stuff is that Dean gave to us. So which one do you want to try first?
This one.
Okay.
Actually, no, this one.
So first we have, what are those, Liz?
Bacon-flavored maple buds.
Bacon-flavored maple buds. These are candies. These look like maple syrup-flavored candies that have a little hint of bacon to them. You know, like when you're having bacon for breakfast and pancakes for breakfast and you get a little bit of syrup from the pancakes on the bacon.
It contains milk, tree nut, soy.
Let me see. Sugar, cocoa butter, milk ingredients, cocoa mass, coconut oil, that's a tree nut, soy lecithin, natural maple, and bacon flavor. Yeah, it's the coconut oil. Yeah. When we were in Disney World and we had to get the allergy-friendly menus so that I didn't die, they would always ask us if we were okay with coconut milk or coconut oil because it was in a lot of things.
You don't even like coconut.
No, but in a lot of cooking... oh, you made a face.
It smells strong.
It smells strong? Like what? Let me get it.
Like coffee.
Oh, wow, yeah. Wow, yeah, it does. It smells kind of chocolatey and kind of coffee.
The second I open it, it bursts right into my...
This is fascinating. It does. It smells like a nice coffee house. These are pure milk chocolate.
Ooh, holy.
So here you go.
That freaked me out.
Well, these are adorable. Look at this.
They smell like straight up coffee. How
They're
are these bacon flavored?
Well, they're milk chocolate. There are these little bonbon-like swirls. It's a milk chocolate. It says it's got the flavor of maple and bacon. So let's try.
It tastes just like coffee.
You're making a face.
They taste like coffee. I'm getting like a little salt for the bacon, but I taste straight up coffee.
Yeah, these are interesting. It's a nice try, I'll say.
Wait, do you have any milk left?
No, we drank all the milk.
Dang it.
These would be good with milk, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So it's a piece of chocolate, Liz. There's no filling. It's not a hard candy, because that's what it looked like, and the way it was rattling around, I thought it was. But it's not. It's a little rosette, a little chocolate. I can pick up what they tried to do with the bacon, you know? Mm-hmm. Like it tastes a little bit smoky and savory. I didn't really get any maple at all, did you?
No.
No maple, yeah.
No!
What do you think, C minus?
This has cashews.
What? No way. Let me see.
You're joking.
Not the one we just ate, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to survive. The other thing we're looking at here is called a Mr. Moose mousse cake. It says at the bottom, you must have them. That's pretty funny. Pure milk.
Can't even have them.
Listen, hang on. At the top, it says sweet A, and it's got a mousse in overalls. Pure milk chocolate, peanut butter, banana mousse cakes.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
And on the back, you are looking at the ingredients list, and this has sugar, cocoa butter, milk ingredients, coconut oil, liquid whole eggs, cocoa mass, coconut flour, oh my God, peanuts, cashews, sunflower oil, natural banana flavor, soy lecithin.
I'm going to go give it to Mom and ask her to try it. We'll
vanilla.
see what she thinks.
Well, we're not... Oh, so we're going to do like a, hey, look, Ma, we tried it?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Do it real quick.
Alyssa, you're going to run downstairs and give that to your mom, and we'll be back right after this. And we're back. Liz.
Yes.
You took the mousse cakes to your mom?
Yes, I did.
What did she think?
All right. So she said it was very good.
Oh, wow.
She said it's very, has a very strong banana flavor.
Sure. I can imagine that.
With a little bit of chocolate, and she said it was super soft and cakey on the inside.
Well, now I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't have it because I like all of those things. But man, we struck out again. We did it again.
You know what it probably reminds me of? The Choco Bananan.
Choco Bananan, huh?
Mm.
Wow. I mean, what did she give a rating?
No.
So what do you think? You can infer from how she reacted. What would you say as far as a letter grade?
For her, I would probably say a B+.
B+ for mousse cakes.
I mean,
wow.
She looked like she liked it.
So what did we say for the maple buds?
Nothing.
What do you think? C-?
Yeah. Gentleman's F.
It's the D+ is the gentleman's F.
Same thing.
Alyssa.
Yes.
What an interesting thing we've just done, which is almost kill ourselves again. We have to be more careful.
Yep.
I mean, I'm glad you read that label because there's no way that I would have read that. I would have just taken a bite of that. Yeah. I did refill my EpiPen prescription today, though, so shout out to my pharmacist. Liz.
What
do you think? This was a good show. Season 1 in the books. Season 2 starts off with a bang, with a new champion, and it's one we didn't expect. Cocoa Puffs Minis. Good grief.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Pretty excellent start to the season, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this show should reach you in excellent condition. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. If you've got a question for us, you can write to the address on the label. That's junkfeudpod@gmail.com. Liz, any final thoughts?
I can't believe we almost died.
Yeah, but now you're going to go back to school. You're going to become a teenager. We got a lot of things to look forward to.
Maybe try another Laura bar.
Please do not try another Laura bar. But Liz,
what?
Do try to have fun at school this year. And in fact, this podcast has contained your recommended daily allowance of fun.
Fun.
For more, go to X, Instagram, Threads, wherever you choose to be social. Find us at Junk Feud Pod. You can watch fun-sized reviews on YouTube, buy our merch on TeePublic, and don't forget to catch all the snaction each and every week wherever you listen to podcasts. Until we see you again, for Alyssa, I'm Mike.
Hasta lasagna.
Don't get any on ya.
Bye.
Cuckoo.